Hey there, my name's Kirsten and welcome to my channel. I want to talk about The 100, Season 3, Episode 15, which is the first part of the finale of Season 3, which, oh my god, you guys, it was a roller coaster of emotions, and by roller coaster of emotions, I mean I was up, and I was down, and I was over there, and I was over there, and I was gasping, and I was freaking out, and I was holding my face, and like, I don't react to TV, I kind of just like watch TV, I don't really react, like I'll be like, or I'll be like, but like I don't react. In this episode, I was like, guys, it was so stressful and I was yelling at my TV and I was like waiting for things to happen and there was so much suspense and I was, oh my goodness, guys, it was great. I'm freaking out. Anyway, I'm gonna put a disclaimer in here like I always do. If you haven't seen Season 3, Episode 15 of The 100, it's the finale part 1. I would not watch this video if I were you and I didn't like spoilers, but if you're okay with spoilers, then go ahead and watch this. Okay, so let's talk about the episode. So I'm just gonna start off by saying, like, thank goodness that I don't have pre-existing heart conditions, because honestly, I would probably be dead right now. Like, the amount my heart was racing during this episode was like the equivalent to a cardio workout. If you know someone with a pre-existing heart condition, do not recommend this show to them, especially if they get invested in characters and want them to live even though they know that they're potentially going to die. Don't get them invested in this show, because heart attacks, guys. Actual life-threatening things are gonna happen to people. I know, I'm really passionate, I'm sorry. So let's move on and talk about why I was having heart palpitations the entire episode. Okay, let's go. So the episode starts where we left on the last episode with our little crew, with Clark and Bellamy, Octavia, and Jasper. They're back at the rover, they're leaving the area where the boat clan is, also known as the Sneaky Sniper Water Grounders. I don't like them, they were a waste of time. Honestly, waste of time. Clark wants to go village by village and find a Nightblood, and they're all just like, Clark, you're insane, we'll die. They're not just gonna tell us who their Nightbloods are. Also, like, what, Clark? Have you gone insane? Like, I know you love Lexa and you think she's inside that chip, and like, you really want to bring her back, and you also want to save humanity, but like, you're a little overboard right now. And so they all shut her down, and she got a little pissy. And she went into the woods and she was like, I'm sorry. She was speaking to a chip, but like she was speaking to Lexa. And then Allie was there because Allie ruins everything. And she has a little minion hiding behind a tree, very Hunger Games-esque. And he goes to kill Clark, and then Rowan kills him. And then he steals the flame from Clark, and Clark's like, no, I got a gun. And he's like, bitch, please, with her gun. And he slaps the gun out of her hand. And she's just like, but the flame, give me the flame back. And then Bellamy shows up and he's like, I have a gun, you're not gonna bitch slap me. And then they basically tell Rowan that they want to put the chip in on Tori, so like, let's work together. And Rowan's like, fine, except he's not like fine because Rowan's angsty, but like he was like fine. And then to prove that he wasn't one of Allie's minions, Bellamy shot him in the arm. That's what happened. Yep. I'm trying to recap this as fast as I can so that it's not a 45-minute video, but like, there's so many things I want to talk about, okay? I'm sorry. So basically what happens next is that everybody's in Arcadia, they know the plan, they're splitting up, and everything's fine, everything's all dandy, they're all hugging, people are saying like, may we meet again, which honestly, don't say that because that means somebody's gonna die, which it doesn't technically mean someone's gonna die, but like, I'm afraid, guys, I'm afraid. They kill our favorites all the time, they're gonna kill one of them, and I'm afraid. But anyway, they're all hugging and saying goodbye, and finally they're leaving, and then ominous Allie is just in the background, and you're like, dun dun dun, someone is chipped. Who in Arcadia is chipped? I don't know, but somebody is chipped. And I myself was like, it's Rowan. Oh my god, no wait, what if it's not Rowan? What if it's Jasper? And like, a lot of emotions were happening. It's part of the roller coaster, you guys. It's part of the roller coaster. So Raven, Jasper, Monty, and Harper all stay behind to be like your ultimate friendly IT guy who helps kill Allie. And then everybody else goes to Arcadia to try to kill Allie from that front. So not long after everybody splits up, we see Jasper and Monty get back together, and they have this little like brother time, and they're like, finally our boys again, and they're mending their wounds. And then all of a sudden Monty finds the #1 thing he needs to help defeat Allie. Moments after him finding that, Allie appears, and we realize that Jasper is the one who's been compromised, who's taken the chip, and we're all like, where did your willpower go? You went the entire season without taking the chip. Why did you take the chip? And then he stabs Monty in the stomach, and I'm just like, we gotta talk about this for a second. Monty's been stabbed in the stomach, okay? And like, they make it seem in this episode like he's gonna be fine, but then they also make him like say ow when he gets excited at the computer, and also he was like stabbed in vital organs, probably like in the area. Like, I highly doubt that horrible rusty screwdriver missed all of his organs. And I'm just like really afraid that at some point he's gonna like hemorrhage in the next episode and then he's gonna die, because if Monty dies, I'm gonna be so upset. And then also Jasper's gonna have to live with the fact that he killed his best friend, and you guys, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Let's get back to the episode. So Monty runs away and he locks him and Raven in the room and Jasper outside, and then he realizes that Harper and Jasper are now on the other side and he can't do anything to save Harper, and their radios have been compromised thanks to Jasper, the shithead who took the key, and Harper is just pretty much defenseless, and it's just not a good time, guys. It's just not a good time. Nothing's going right, except some things are going right, but most things are going real wrong. Really wrong. Let's talk about what's going on in Paulus for a little while. Half of our team went to Paulus. They didn't know that Jasper was chipped, so they think their plan's gonna go well. They don't realize that Allie already knows exactly what they're gonna do. So they go in there and they're pretty much sabotaged like from the get-go. Rome brings Clark in there like a prisoner. It's their plan. And then they pretty much shoot Rowan and kidnap Clark, and then they kidnap the rest of the guys who were waiting to ambush them. And then it's just pretty much like, literally every good guy has been captured. There's no one left to save us. Allie won. But then you remember in the back of your mind that no, not every good guy is captured. We've got Murphy and Indra and then a not so good guy, Pike, all together, and they're gonna have to save the day somehow. And I was just so looking forward to it. Clark's kidnapped because she knows the access code, and they need the access code in order for Allie 1.0 to get some sort of information from Allie 2.0. It's a little fuzzy as to what the original Allie wants from Allie 2.0. I think that like when they're combined, they make like they make like the ultimate her. She wants to like put it in on Tori. Now, I honestly, guys, I could go into a long-winded explanation of what I think is going on, but it's too much to talk about right now. So like, moving on. So Clark's mom pretty much slowly stabs her with a scalpel twice to try to get the access code from her, and she realizes that's not gonna do anything, and then she's just like, let's hurt her friends. Bellamy first. And I was like, don't you dare touch a hair on Bellamy Blake's head, because I will come through my TV screen right now, technically the computer screen right now, and I will hurt you myself, Allie. I will kill you myself, because nobody hurts Bellamy Blake. Nobody. Bellamy Blake needs to be kept in a tiny box of safety, because I'll be so sad if anything real bad ever happens to him. This is my Bellamy Blake safety box, and he's in there forever, okay? He's in there, he's not allowed to leave. So then, when they're going down to get Bellamy, everything starts to turn a corner, and Murphy comes in and he basically is just like, get down, and then Bellamy's like, get down, and then all of the good guys get down, and then I don't know why none of the Allie robots realize that they should also be getting down, but they don't, and then they're all shot to death. And oh my god, guys, Indra used a gun. Like last episode, she like uncomfortably held a gun, and that was like a step for her, and I thought she'll never actually shoot a gun. Indra actually used a gun, and she shot and murdered people. So Indra is now officially like a grounder sky person hybrid, and it's awesome. But also, like, I don't want the grounders using guns, so I'm conflicted. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But after that point in the episode, a lot of things go wrong. Pretty much everything is going uphill and downhill at the exact same time. They're sending two people up in an elevator to get Clark, and then everybody else is down on the ground floor where all of the violence happens, and then there's like an elevator fight scene, and then we're back in Arcadia with Harper and Jasper, and just a lot of stuff happens, and I'm not gonna go over all of it. I'm just gonna talk briefly about certain things that happen. The important things I think that happen is the conversation between Octavia and Indra, where Indra finally tells Octavia, like, your home is here. Like, we are your home is inside yourself, your home is inside me. You have a home, stop looking for a home. You don't need to find your home, you've already found it. That's basically what she tells her, but like sweeter and cuter, and it's like, I just want to give them both a hug. And then also Octavia sees Pike for the first time, and I'm like kind of feeling like Octavia's gonna murder Pike next episode, which, like, you know what? I think Pike should die, but I don't think Octavia should murder him. Except most people want Octavia to murder him. So I don't know. Guys, I'm conflicted. What also happens is Jasper knocks out Harper, so that's not good. And Jasper also creepily stands outside of the lair where Raven and Monty are building the alley computer, and he just lists how everybody dies, and he's like, death by Clark, death by Clark, death by Spear, death by Clark. And it's like horrible, but also kind of funny. Yeah. And speaking of Raven and Monty, they get the little computer going, and they're basically inside Allie on their end. So we are set up for the next episode for Raven to be inside of Allie on the techie side and work with Clark to get her done. And I'm excited for that because I love a Clark and Raven duo. It's a great time. What also happens is Kane shows up and he shoots many people that we enjoy. Miller's boyfriend gets shot, which I can never remember his name. Is his name Brian? Brian gets shot, and I'm just like, oh no, they were just talking about life in like a house by the lake, and now one of them's gonna die, and if his boyfriend dies, I'm gonna be so sad. Please just don't kill him. Don't kill everybody. I would appreciate it if you don't kill everybody, the 100. Thank you. Then pretty much Indra knocks out Kane because she doesn't want to kill Kane because Indra has like fond feelings towards Kane. They're pals. And then they blow up the corridor, and then Indra protects Kane from the blast, and it was like the cutest little thing I've ever seen in my life. And then later on, when they're climbing up the ladder, after Bellamy and Murphy have already made it to the top floor, they're climbing up the ladder, and Indra's like, stay asleep! And then she protects him from a second bomb. We think, all we know right now is that she ran into the blast to save Kane. But right now, we don't know if Kane and Indra are alive. Like, I know they're alive. They're not gonna kill Kane and Indra in like one foul swoop and not even let us see it. They're alive, guys. Hold out hope. Hold out hope for Kane and Indra, the dream team. There's so many dream teams, like I can't even deal. So my dog and cat are like fighting over there, and it's a mess. So meanwhile, while all this is going on downstairs and / in the elevator, they realize that they can't get Bellamy. So Clark's mom starts to like mutilate herself, and she hangs herself, and she hangs there for a long time. Clark is basically watching her mom kill herself. Well, Allie kill her mom, but her mom kill herself, and she's like, I'm not gonna give up this code, because it's basically like her mom's life versus the life of every single person on the planet. So obviously Clark is gonna choose everyone on the planet over her mom, which is actually the kind of like a parallel to this time last season when she killed everybody in Mount Weather to save her mom and everybody else of the 100, but you know, a lot of it was to save her own mom. So like, there's quite the parallel there. Quite the parallel. Also a much different threat, but like, there's a parallel, people. But then skipping forward because there's a lot of details here, Bellamy and Murphy make it up to the top finally, and Jaha and Antori follow Allie's orders, and they basically kill Antori by a blow to the head with her own sword so that they can't put Allie 2.0 in her. And it's just like, seriously, Allie 1.0, what the actual F? You ruin everything. You ruin literally everything. You're worse than Pike. You ruin everything. You ruin everything! And then they shoot Jaha, which I don't know if Jaha's dead. He's not in the promos for next episode. I kind of really wish Jaha's dead, but I don't think he's gonna be. I think they're just gonna like tie him up in the corner or something. I hate Jaha. He has never been a good character. Absolutely never. I hate Jaha. Can we just kill him off? I'm over him. I'm over it. I'm over it. But Murphy cuts down Clark's mom, which is like, yeah, Murphy, redemption arc for Murphy. This whole episode is like the epitome of a redemption arc for Murphy, with all of his old not so pally pals. Hey, the sun's coming back out now. Now that it's going down, it's coming back out. Rude. So in the end, they all finally get up to the room, and they get Clark freed, and they go over to assess Antori, who's bleeding from her head onto the ground, and Clark's like, stop the bleeding, and they check her pupils, and she's brain dead. So honestly, you can just let her completely die at this point, because you can't put Allie 2.0 in someone who's brain dead, because Allie works off of what's already there. So if they're brain dead, they're essentially dead when it comes to needing to know something from Allie 2.0. So it's kind of like we had a whole nother episode where they worked towards this goal, and then everything fell apart. It was so stressful. I'm really surprised I didn't pass out. So stressful. It was like the most intense episode of TV I've watched in a very long time, and this show is intense every week. So like, they have upped their intensity to like max volume. So by the end of the episode, these are a list some of the injuries that we have, which I am very afraid that these characters will not live. And I'm going to be very upset if some of them die. Like, very, very, very upset if some of them die. Some of them, I'm perfectly fine with dying. Others, I'm gonna be super, super, super upset with them dying. So, number 1, Bellamy shot Jaha again, which is all the way flashback to episode 1, where Bellamy shoots Jaha to get onto the Ark. Now Bellamy shoots Crazy Jaha to save the world. So, Bellamy shot Jaha, and I don't know if he's alive, but he probably is alive, unfortunately. Jasper stabbed Monty, and I'm like really afraid that Monty's gonna die because honestly, I don't put it past the writers to kill him. Or, well, I guess not the writers, but the people who run the show. I don't put it past them to kill Monty at all. And I'm like really afraid that Monty's gonna die, and I'm like really, really, really gonna be a hot mess if Monty dies. Like, I'll be so sad on the inside. Like, I probably won't cry, but like I'll be so bad sad on the inside. Miller's boyfriend, Brian, I believe, has been shot. It's not good. Let's hope he survives it. Rowan's been shot, but we didn't see Rowan die, so I'm assuming Rowan is still alive and probably will be a contender in this show again. Jasper knocked Harper unconscious, which means he could do absolutely anything to her next episode, and you guys, I don't want anything to happen to Harper because she's part of the Dream Team, and like, you can't kill people in the Dream Team. Indra protected Kane from 2 bombs, but the second bomb might have killed them both, so like, that's a problem. They're probably injured in a bombing, which Indra and Kane have already been in a bombing before, but the last time Kane was in a bombing, he was saved by Abby. So remember all these things? All these things have happened before, and he's survived them. So let's just hope that Indra and Kane survived another bombing. Ontori is brain dead and bleeding out, so I'm assuming Ontori will be dead next episode. Maybe they'll use her blood as like some sort of blood transfusion, but I don't think so because they're definitely not the same blood type, and you can't take a blood transfusion of someone else's blood type, and I doubt Clark would even try, so I'm assuming Ontori's character is just gonna be dead next episode. I believe we've lost Ontori. And then Abby hung herself, so I have a feeling that that's gonna have something to do with like Abby not being part of Allie anymore. Like, she's gonna see some sort of sense, like it's gonna give her some sort of emotion. I don't know, maybe they'll just take the chip out of her or something, because in the promos she seems like herself again. And she doesn't seem chipped anymore. So like Abby hung herself for a while. So that's gonna do some sort of, she was deprived of oxygen for a while. So that has potential of hurting her. But in this show, things don't actually hurt you when they should. So who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen next episode. I am very anxious. I might develop actual heart problems because honestly, intense, guys. Really intense. If you enjoy live tweeting, I would say come on over and follow me on Twitter, because when I watch the episode, I live tweet it. I don't watch the episode in real life time, so I don't live tweet it while other people are watching it, but I try to hold off. I live on the East Coast, and I try to hold off till midnight and watch it when the West Coast gets it premiered, so that like I'm live tweeting it at an appropriate time. But yeah, so I live tweet it, and it's a hot mess of emotion. So like, if you want to be a part of that, follow me on Twitter. And yeah, tell me your opinions about this episode and what you think is going to happen in the very last episode of season 3, because I am pumped and I'm really excited, and I'm just like, oh, so excited. Clark's going into the City of Light, guys. Will she be able to get out? I need to know. Okay, well that was very dramatic. I'm sorry. I have a lot of emotions about this show. I have a feeling my neighbors probably listen to like a lot of that, and like, I'm sorry, neighbors. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll be around for my other reviews. There's only 1 episode left, so it's gonna be a good one. Okay, I love you guys. Bye. What else happened in this episode? What else happened in this episode? What else happens in this episode? This is my Bellamy Blake safety box, and he's in there forever, okay? He's in there, he's not allowed to leave. And oh my god, I'm gonna hate myself when I'm editing this.